the top feels out of reach, but it's all about perspective and the right tools. At PwC, we bring together specialists across all industries, harnessing the power of human ambition and cutting-edge technology to make even the toughest climb look easy. Even though it never is. This is PwC.
Intelligence is the foundation of any good business. But if every good business has it, how do you stand out? Intuition. When enabled by technology, intuition stops feeling like a hunch and starts looking like confidence. The confidence you get when you work with Cognizant, where we engineer every aspect of your business, technology, processes, and experiences to anticipate expectations and act instantly. This is intuition, and we can engineer it.
This presentation may contain forward-looking statements for which there are risks, uncertainties, and assumptions. Customers should make purchase decisions based upon services, features, and functions that are currently available. Welcome to Workday Rising Live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Here are your hosts, Liz Jennings and Rogerio Almeida.
Welcome back to Workday Rising Live from Las Vegas. We're so glad you're with us today. I'm Liz Jennings, Senior Director of Product Marketing here at Workday.
And I am Rogerio Almeida, Group Vice President for the Global Partners Organization here also at Workday. Liz, it's amazing having you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
This is really great. And we're going to have 3 days and talk about the community keynote coming up at the top of the hour.
That's right, Rogerio. Yesterday, we heard all about Workday innovation. And today, we'll be hearing directly from our customer community about how they are driving work forever forward together with Workday. It's going to be a great keynote. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, Liz, and it's worth mentioning that we're both 100% dedicated, giving this audience of over 15,000 people, right, an inside look into all of the goodness that's happened so far and what's to come next from the keynote.
And we're going to have some fun along the way. So I hope you're all ready. Today we are going back to the future.
Oh, like my favorite 80s movies of all time.
So not quite that far back to the future, Rogerio, but I really do appreciate your taste in movies. Today, Rogerio and I are going to take you on a journey back through the best highlights of yesterday, and then pivot our sights to what we think the future holds for all of us.
Right, and so, you know, Liz, I do have an exquisite taste in movies, okay?
You do, I believe it.
Oh, thank you. So jokes aside, folks, let's take a moment and look back before we can look forward. Where should we start, Liz?
Great question. Let's look back at some of the key takeaways from what we learned at yesterday's keynote, which included how to harness and extend the power of the platform, deliver a seamless experience, unlock the value of Workday Illuminate, and better management of people and money.
That's right. So let's start with the power of the platform and take a look back at our Chief Product Officer, David Sommers, talking about 3X innovation.
3X innovation leverages the collective strengths of the ecosystem, becoming a force multiplier. The Workday product teams have been building on our platform since day one, and we continue to be the foundation of that innovation engine. Our ongoing investment allows us to develop key applications and features that work seamlessly together and address a broad set of customer requirements. Second, the platform enables you as customers to leverage Workday Extend to build applications tailored to your specific requirements. In fact, nearly 1,000 of you are already using Extend to drive your own innovation journeys. Finally, partners can build and directly deliver applications to our customers to solve business needs faster. Tomorrow, we'll announce 12 new industry accelerators, bringing the total to 20. These accelerators combine the power of Workday's platform with our partners' expertise to address unique industry needs. And partners are also building apps to meet country-specific requirements. Everyone in this audience now has the ability to innovate with Workday. What could have taken years to develop can now take months. This is the power of 3X innovation on the Workday platform.
So leveraging the collective strengths of the ecosystem has been a theme that's weaved its way through, a few moments over the past few days. Actually, I think a lot of moments, over the last few days.
Definitely. And speaking of leverage, let's take a look back at Ali Fuller and Katie Holden as they dove into leveraging Workday Assistant in AI search.
excited to announce that you now have the ability to create your very own secure, unified experience right within Workday. Soon, you'll be able to bring together all of your third-party application directly into the Workday UI to provide that single seamless experience to all of your employees. And we know that many of you are trying to stitch together hundreds of applications sometimes. And now with Workday, you'll have seamless integrations into existing workflows, Workday's look and feel, and Workday's trusted security model and compliance. You'll be able to provide an experience for your employees that reduces complexity and lowers overall costs. Think of everything that you could do without ever having to leave Workday.
So let's mention the word AI again, Liz, and move over to talk about the foundation of AI and the value of Workday Illuminate.
Yes, let's do it. I know our Vice President of AI and Machine Learning, Shane Luke, took the stage yesterday to talk more about the power of Workday Illuminate. But it definitely merits watching it just one more time to really let it settle in.
So let's take a look.
The powerful Workday architecture of Workday's AI translates directly into models that are more accurate and reliable, so that builds confidence in AI-driven decisions, faster to develop and deploy, which helps you stay ahead of the curve. They're continuously improving. The more you use Workday, the better it gets, and that leads to better, more empowered decisions to fuel your organization's growth. So we built this powerful platform. It's designed to support you through the journey to real transformation and to have confidence and trust in doing. And just as important as what it can do is how easily it can do it. With Illuminate, every single customer across every region gets access to every feature as soon as they are available. There's no upgrades, no complex implementation, no special requirements. You turn it on and it just works. David mentioned the concept of 3x innovation. Part of that is built on Illuminate too. Over 400 of the 2,000 apps that we talked about are AI-enabled apps running on Extend. They've been built by customers and partners in the Workday platform, and they're solving problems that in many cases we never even imagined.
I just love that. The more you use Workday, the better it gets.
And last but certainly not least, let's just chat about how we're helping our customers manage the most important assets, the people and the money.
Our product group general managers showcased how Workday is using AI to reshape the way businesses operate. They focused on 3 key benefits: discovering key insights, planning smarter, and executing efficiently. We also heard some exciting news on how we're continuing to invest and double down on our own AI strategy.
So let's take a look at some of those highlights.
But it's not just about the data. It's about keeping things in motion. When processes stall, productivity grinds to a halt.
Yeah, and remember, every key process, from hire to retire to cash to close, is managed in Workday. For CIOs, it's like discovering a gold mine when it comes to simplifying systems.
That's right. Workday's configurable business process framework is powerful because you can control every step. But the flip side is too much complexity, which can lead to friction and higher maintenance costs. Each of you manages, on average, 250 business processes. That's a lot to handle.
It is, but CIOs, don't sweat it. We've got your gold mine. This is where our new AI-powered tool comes in.
Meet Workday Optimize, built with Illuminate at its core. It connects directly to the business process framework, monitoring and refining your workflows across the Workday platform. Think of it as managing the nervous system of your organization, keeping everything running smoothly.
Workday Optimize, built with Illuminate at its core. Smoother, less effort, game-changing, right?
Yeah, for all of our customers. And today is all about our customers. And before we take a peek into the keynote room, we promised our viewers that we'd give them a behind-the-scenes look into everything that's happening on the show floor.
That's right, Rogerio. Let's take a look at all of the activations in the Expo Hall this year. Here we go.
My name is Amir Kosovan from the Workday Education Media Group, and I'm here at the Workday Rising Expo Hall, where I'm supposed to meet up with Carrie to help showcase our people, our platform, and our partners. The only problem is I can't find Carrie anywhere. She sent me a text message to meet her at the pickleball court, but I don't know where that is, and I don't know if you've heard, but this is the biggest Workday Rising ever. This Expo Hall is huge. I've got my cue cards, I've got my questions. I don't have my co-host. I don't even know where she would be. I think the pickleball court is that way, but I'll just try it out. All right, Carrie?
Hi, we're here in the Partner Lounge, and I couldn't be more excited to speak with Kathleen Curry, our Group Vice President of Channels here at Workday. Thank you so much for joining us and being here today.
Oh, my pleasure. Great to be here.
You know, our theme here is Forever Forward, and I just love that. I feel like it's so future-focused, thinking about our partners and what's ahead. What do you think about that?
I can't think of a better example of what Forever Forward with our partners looks like than this amazing expo we are standing inside of. You see the excitement of customers talking to technology partners and our services partners, and they're out there showcasing amazing solutions that they've developed, leveraging their expertise in industry, in technology, in HR and finance. So this is what Forever Forward looks like, and we are bolstering the Workday platform with it.
What are you most excited about for the future?
I'm really excited about working with all of our ecosystem to make all of this a greater future for our customers.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. We really appreciate you being here and for building this awesome community. It's just so inspiring to see. Thank you for telling us a little bit more.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us at the Partner Lounge today.
Okay, I'm supposed to meet Carrie somewhere at the pickleball court. This place is so huge, I have no idea where the pickleball court is. Nick!
Well, hello.
What
Thanks for meeting you here.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to talk about DEF CON. Have you been to DEF CON?
I went in June. It was amazing, by the way. I loved it.
Yeah, well, we got to have you back next year.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, okay. So what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, so we are letting people know, reminding them DEF CON is for everybody. Workday Extend is for everybody. If you want to know more about when and where for DEF CON next year, grab one of these poker chips.
Oh, I want one of those, okay?
You can scan the QR code on the back to learn more about DEF CON and even sign up to win a free t-shirt.
Oh, I love that.
We're also featuring some of our amazing customer projects at the hackathon and showing people live how these projects worked.
I'm trying to find out where this pickleball court is. Do you have any idea where it is?
You know, I think I heard some back and forth going on over there. Check it out.
That would make sense. I got to follow the noise. All right. Thanks, Nick.
Sounds good, buddy. Good to see you.
All right, Workday Rising, buckle up. We're here in the McLaren garage. And it's not just a display, it's an interactive, immersive experience that captures the essence of McLaren, the passion, the innovation, the relentless pursuit of excellence. You'll see here there are displays, interactivity, ways for you to get really into the McLaren world. And look over here, I see a simulator. This is definitely on my bucket list. I have to go meet Amir at the pickleball court, but I'm definitely coming back here to experience it and challenge him to a race. Hello, we're here with Tiffany Paquette, Director of People, Operations, and Technology for Puma. Can you talk a little bit about what's happening behind us? We have, for the first time this year, a lot of immersive experiences for our attendees.
Yeah, so right over here behind us is a fully branded customer activation with Workday. It is a Puma pickleball court, complete with professional instructors, lots of time slots, and just a great experience for everyone here, so come on by.
I'd love to hear how Puma is preparing for the future. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, we're always trying to look to see and keep a competitive edge, in the market, but really just thinking about what's up and coming in technology.
Right.
We think about AI, we think about robotic process automation and like what options are available to us. And so like just really sitting back and understanding, trying to peel back the layers and really make sense of what is the best direction for us.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. And I hope that you all will enjoy seeing this and other experiences as we continue our exploration of the expo.
Okay, we're now less than 10 minutes out from the community keynote. Where to next, Rogerio?
Well, let's shift our focus to the keynote room for a moment. Let's see if we can get a peek into what's unfolding. Carrie and Amir, are you in the keynote room right now?
Hi, Liz and Rogerio. We're here in the keynote room. It's day 3, and we can still feel the energy.
Definitely. We were in the green rooms backstage a little while ago, and we saw an all-star cast of Carl Eschenbach, Doug Robinson, Sherry Rhodes, Emma Chalwin, and Anil Bushri. And they were hanging out, absolute rock stars, all-stars to rock stars, and they were hanging out with some pretty exciting partners and customers.
That's right. There's also a lot of excitement around our first ever North America Customer Award celebration.
That's right.
You can feel the buzz and anticipation as everyone waits for that. Check back in with us. We can't wait to start the show.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Back to you.
And that's the time that we have.
Thanks, you two. Okay, as Carrie just mentioned, the North America Awards. These awards are a way of shining a really special spotlight on amazing customers and what they're doing with Workday. Each award celebrates those who are truly pushing the boundaries of transformation, innovation, and efficiency. This being our first year, we are starting with 5 main categories. And let me tell you, the competition is fierce. We had over 200 nominations, all carefully reviewed by our panel of judges, who, by the way, will be a surprise reveal during the show itself. It's going to be a great moment to celebrate our customers' success. The categories that the nominees are eligible for this year are Global Workplace Transformation, Powering Innovation, Finance for the Future, Rapid Time to Value, and my personal favorite, Industry Hero. Now, before we head back to the keynote kickoff, we want to take a moment to acknowledge our customers who have joined us here from all over the world. And speaking of people from all over the world, let's check in with Rogerio, who has a very special guest with him here in the studio.
Thanks so much, Liz. And now I am joined by our own very own president of Asia Pacific at Workday, and a very dear friend of mine, Simon Tay. Welcome, Simon.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Oh, my goodness. You're looking great, man.
So are you.
So jet-lagged, and are you okay?
Not at all. Feeling perfect.
Listen, I've seen so many folks from APAC now. There's so, the energy is buzzing. Yeah. What's driving all of this?
Well, we're record cohort, so 122 customers here this year. So that's about 20% year-on-year increase, which is awesome. About half of them from ANZ, huge contingent from Hong Kong, Taiwan, Korea, Southeast Asia. So we're having a good time. And if you see some people walking around over the next few days sporting some leather jackets that say APAC Rock Stars of Business, well, we handed out those awards last night to some very special customers and one partner in particular. I know part of the business that's close to you. So we're having a good time.
And you got a jacket for me, clearly, the leather jacket.
Absolutely.
Right.
I think you'll like the fit.
Right, perfect, right. You know me too, oh man. Listen, there's so much happening, right? There's payroll in Australia, there's student in Australia coming up. I mean, how is this going to define what you guys are doing in the region there?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things. Student, obviously a big announcement this week at Rising, and payroll, 2 really important innovations for us in the Australian marketplace. So those 2 things absolutely will be part of our product growth strategy. There's 2 other levers. We've got market growth, obviously, as we expand into new markets, and segment growth as we move to really accelerate our success in the mid-market. But if you look at APAC, I guess, at a more macro level, Rogerio, we've got almost 2/3 of the world's population. We've got growth that is far outpacing global growth, about 4.5% versus sort of 3.1%. And, we've got a huge business there. We think we should be a bigger contributor to global revenue, and I've certainly said that to the SLT.
Yes.
So there's a lot of buzz, and we're pretty excited about the future.
And my friend, I try to get to APAC, every 3 months and see you and see the other leaders there, and the energy is just phenomenal. Yeah. But out here at Rising, what are you taking back home with you?
Well, look, a couple of highlights. Obviously, we saw the announcement around Illuminate. Mm-hmm. I think, APAC's quite an experimental market. I think some of these interesting AI use cases are yet to be unlocked and monetized. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do there. And of course, the recognition that we give to our customers and partners. So those are 2 big things for me.
And not meeting me, not seeing me again?
Well, I'll just see you again.
All right, okay, well, there you go then. You look great, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us and taking the time here, okay? And back to you, Liz.
Beautiful. And today, when Rogerio and I return, we're going to have lots of great things ahead. At this time, let's throw it on over to the keynote.
Moment
Good morning. Please find your seats and take a moment to silence your devices. Our program will begin momentarily.
There are two kinds of people in the world: backward thinkers and forward thinkers. Forward thinkers have plans 15 minutes from now and 15 years from now. They're not just one step ahead, they're 1,000 steps ahead. It's not easy being a forward thinker. It's no's, that's never going to work. It's setbacks and breakthroughs. But the world needs forward thinkers like you to keep us all looking forward, to break records and barriers, to move us, to help us compete and win, to boldly grow in every sense of the word, to reinvent what could be. At Workday, we're the forward thinker's edge, illuminating your decision-making with the power of AI. Delivering continuous innovation so that your organization is ready for tomorrow, and helping your entire workforce thrive through change. Even forward thinkers need a champion, so let's turn our minds to the future together. Let's keep moving travel forward, moving peace of mind forward, moving people forward. Because being a forward thinker doesn't just move your business forward, it moves the world forward.
Please welcome back Chief Marketing Officer Emma Chalwin.
Good morning and welcome to Rising Day 3. And as they say, time flies when you're having fun. And what fun it's been to be here with all of you. Are you excited to kick off day 3? Yes, good. So much energy on day 3, I love it. Well, today is all celebrating our incredible community and inspiring one another to move forever forward. But before we do that, I would love just to do a quick look back at day 2 and the incredible innovation that we unveiled. Last year, you told us you wanted to see more innovation at Rising. So that's exactly what we delivered. And yesterday, you saw some of the boldest and most exciting innovations happening across Workday. And they're all centered around our announcement of Workday Illuminate, the next generation of Workday AI. This is AI that lights your path forward. And it's built on the world's largest and cleanest HR and financial data set. Illuminate accelerates manual tasks, assists every employee, and ultimately transforms entire business processes. And as part of Workday Illuminate, we unveiled 4 new AI agents designed to dramatically simplify work across HR and finance. And we truly believe that agents are the future of AI. Who doesn't want a totally touchless expense process? Well, now you can have that with our expenses agent. And our recruiter agent completely transforms the hiring process, providing AI-powered insights into candidate profiles and automating tasks like creating job descriptions, sourcing candidates, and scheduling interviews. These new AI agents are just the beginning, and they are an absolute game changer in terms of driving productivity and enabling your employees to do the uniquely human meaningful work. And we've also announced a completely reimagined user experience powered by generative AI. This new Workday brings together enterprise apps into one single unified view to simplify work and increase employee productivity. And we introduced a new Workday Assistant, an AI-powered companion designed to help your employees get quick, accurate answers like changes to their payslip. Workday Assistant can complete tasks faster and easier than ever before in Workday, so your employees have more time in their day to focus on what matters. And then, of course, you heard about our intent to acquire Eversort, the leading AI-native document intelligence platform. With Eversort and Workday, you'll be able to surface critical insights within unstructured data to make important business decisions and take action faster and more accurately than ever before. We've always been focused on innovation that drives true business value, and we hope that you saw and heard that yesterday. And the beauty of our open and extensible platform is that innovation comes not only from Workday, but from our partners, our customers, and all of you. That is 3x innovation, and it is so incredibly powerful. But we know that innovation is only as powerful as it is efficiently deployed on time and on budget. So we are proud that over 95% of customer deployments were on time last fiscal year. And in addition to deploying efficiently, we also want to make sure we maximize your Workday investment. Our amazing Workday community can help you do just that, and many of you here are a part of that. You can connect with our extensive network of 382,000 members, and they're all part of our online community, sharing tips, best practices, and answering questions. We've also been focused on growing our community of 20,000 certified experts. So I'd also like to give a quick shout out to the 7,000 Workday pros out there. Now, these are all our customers with a special level of Workday accreditation who are helping their organizations achieve faster time to value and lower cost of ownership. And then finally, Workday Success Plans is a success multiplier. It's used by 20% of our core customers to deeper access expertise, support, and education. And beyond how we're innovating at Workday, we're also thrilled to spotlight the innovation of you, our forward thinkers. And I'm so grateful today to have Marlon with Johnson Controls and Merlix with Racetrack here to share the value they derive from the Workday platform. We're also going to be celebrating some of our amazing forward-thinking innovators in this room with our customer awards. I really do actually feel for the judging panel. It was so tough selecting the winners because we had hundreds of applications from our customers, and we were so impressed with all of the transformation and innovation you've led at your organizations. We simply can't drive 3x innovation without our great partners, all of you here. And then in just a bit, you're going to hear from Salesforce Chair and CEO Mark Benioff. He's going to join us straight from Dreamforce in San Francisco, and he's going to speak with Carl about our expanded partnership and how we're collaborating to bring you AI-driven employee experiences unlike any other. We really do look forward to showing you our joint technology at work. So how about we get to it? It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage my dear friend and our co-president, Doug Robinson. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Good morning, Rising. Good morning. What an incredible couple of days we've had so far. So yesterday was all about the power of the Workday platform and how it unlocks the full potential of people and money. But I feel especially honored to be with you here today because today we're celebrating the power of you, our ever-impressive community of customers, of partners, and assuming we haven't screwed it up yet, some future customers are sitting out there. For existing customers, nudge them, push them along. So I've been with Workday for over 14 years now. Working alongside and growing with our customers and partners has always been my favorite part of the job. I've had a front row seat to some really incredible success stories. And this morning, I have the privilege of sharing the stage with two customers who have powerful stories of their own to share with all of us. So as Emma mentioned, first, I'll sit down with Marlon Sullivan, Chief HR Officer at Johnson Controls. Marlon and I will discuss how real-time insights are used to elevate the employee experience and transform how his team manages talent. Then you're going to hear from Merlix Reynolds, Vice President of Accounting with Racetrack. Merlix and I are going to talk about how the power of Racetrack's finance team is amplifying and expediting the value they're delivering to the business. Her finance team are true partners to the business. So let's first get started by giving a really warm welcome to Marlon. Let's bring Marlon to the stage. Welcome. You know, I woke up this morning and the first thought I had was, God, I hope the questions are on the table when I sit down.
So far, so good.
A collective sigh. Because I really need something to prompt me to say this. Tell us a little bit about Johnson Controls. I mean, it's like I'm a newsreader here, folks. But you know, Johnson Controls, a massive company, by the way, and many people probably don't know who Johnson Controls is. It's not a consumer brand, but maybe give a little background and perspective.
Yeah, so a little bit about Johnson Controls. We're a world leader in smart buildings. We have one of the industry's largest portfolio of software and services and systems. And in short, what we help our clients be able to do is to create and build smarter buildings, healthier buildings, and more sustainable buildings. You may be thinking, well, how does that work, right? So smarter is autonomous buildings. Healthier buildings are those buildings that we allow services that measure the quality of air. And sustainable buildings are those buildings where we can help reduce your CO2 carbon emissions.
Yeah, so a mission that's fun to get behind. And how many employees?
So we have 100,000 employees across 150 countries or so, and we're a fully integrated business. So it's everything from R&D to engineering, supply chain, manufacturing, and then obviously our sellers, installers, and service technicians.
Remember that scale for later as we talk about being a data-driven company when you're managing that kind of scale and complexity. So we'll come back to that. You've led teams through a lot of change. We've heard throughout this conference change is a constant. Our CEO often says, change is inevitable and growth is a choice. But so what's your vision of how to lead through change with your teams? And frankly, how the role of CHROs evolved too. So I'm going to kind of hit you with a combo question there.
Yeah, so I'll tackle the evolution of CHRO and then maybe back into the leading with change piece. I think they go hand in hand. The role of the CHRO, I know there are many that are in the audience today, has changed fundamentally in a way that is, I think, different prior to the pandemic than current. I think prior to the pandemic, we can all appreciate there's a lot of time spent on really important topics like CEO succession, obviously thinking through and supporting the executive compensation and working with third parties to ensure it's appropriate and generates the return for all of our shareholders. And then a big focus on what I call labor negotiations, working with unions and whatnot. All that remains true. The difference is for CHROs, that's table stakes. And when I think post-pandemic, I think of the work that we collectively play in the civic realm, the social realm, but also internally, just about every one of our companies are transforming into something. So earlier, I talked about the use of sustainable buildings, but the way we did that was through a digital technology platform that had to be built over 5 years. And so we went from having to, for example, hire technicians and mechanics, more skills trade, to now hiring software engineers, obviously thinking through data and statisticians and using analytics to be more effective. So the role of the CHRO now is really more about enabling that transformation. A lot of it has to be about being that change agent, developing the sponsors that allows that change to happen. A lot of it is around not org charts per se, but I would argue it's around operating models. It's helping to translate the strategy to the go-to-market. And a big part of it is now the HR analytics. I think that is the gold mine, especially now with AI, where we can aggregate data in a very differentiated way and be able to do predictive analytics similar to what we would do on the business side, but now we can do it for attrition and a host of other elements within HR. So I think the role of HR and the CHRO has significantly changed with more change to come.
It's well said, and it puts a spotlight on the importance. I mean, everybody says the people are the most important asset. It's gets thrown around a lot, but that really is about business performance and driving
Absolutely.
the teams and the role of HR in enabling that.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. So I have a couple of my team members here in the audience, and they can attest to this. What I often say to them is, you're a business leader, just happen to sit in HR. And that's the perspective we have, because to have an HR strategy absent of the business strategy, I can tell you will be a function that's ineffective.
Let's talk talent strategy now,
Sure.
right? So let's shift a little bit. And I know from our conversations and frankly our Workday's work with you over the years, that retention and employee engagement are critical priorities for you. That's part of having business impact, is having the right talent at the right time and some of the reskilling you were talking about. But let's start sort of big picture. Can you tell us how you think about the talent at Johnson Controls? And this is such a leading question, and why Workday is a critical partner in that. Or if we're not, let's just throw it out there. Yeah, let's see what you got.
No, that's fair, Doug.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit about the industry itself. So we play in an industry that is very, very broad, 400 billion, what we call TAM, or total market opportunity. And there's a ton of players with a very few that are global in nature. And so very few have anything larger than a 10 or 15% global market share. That means there's a lot of opportunity. What it also means for Johnson Controls is there's a lot of growth. But to grow, you have to have three things. One, you have to have the talent to help you grow. Part of it, ideally developed from within. Another part of it's recruiting. You've got to be able to retain your talent. So creating an unparalleled employee experience where people join and never want to leave your company. And you have to have a high-performance culture. And so that is the three prongs that we have created, at least with Johnson Controls, that ensures that we're an employer of choice. Now, Workday has been very beneficial in helping us think through all three of those elements. So we launched Workday Recruiting just under 2 years ago. We've seen tremendous benefit from it, both in terms of process efficiencies. We've also seen our time to fill be reduced by about 20% over the last 18 months. So that's been obviously great. Tomorrow, when I get back to the office, we're actually going to be doing a talent calibration for our top 100 leaders. We'll be using that talent calibration live, using Workday projected on the screen, where we'll talk about our leaders. And so Workday is instrumental in the way we operate every single day. And then from a culture perspective, we launched Peakon not too long ago, just under 2 years ago, and that gives us our ability to keep our finger on the pulse of engagement across the company. So.
Yeah, very hopeful and illuminating for us. So maybe we'll hit on AI a little bit because, and then I want to come back to Peakon. So I'm gonna go a circuitous route here for you. But I know you've already implemented AI in a number of operational capacities, sort of across the organization. But from an HR perspective, how are you guys leveraging it? You mentioned some of the platform of Workday you're leveraging, but other areas and things you're doing to transform and manage talent.
Yeah. So we are only a few months into this, but we did launch. It's a chat bot, and my team, especially my tech team, would say, tell them more. So what they would want me to share would be, it is just like ChatGPT. So it's generative AI, it's machine learning, and it is now the face of HR for Johnson Controls for our employees and for our managers. Mm-hmm. And they engage with the chat bot, their tier 1, 2, and sometimes tier 3 level activities that the chat bot, which we call Omni, will allow them to do, and it has worked seamlessly with Workday. So things like, if I have a member of my team who is requesting time off, in Microsoft Teams, Omni will pop up and say, hey, look, by the way, you have a question or an action in Workday, do you want to execute it? I click yes, real time, or I type yes, it's done. I never have to go to Workday. Mm-hmm. Similar for Peakon, it's time for our survey. Mm-hmm. All 100,000 employees get this little insert, and it's real time. So the use of AI, I would argue, is a table stakes within the HR realm, and here's my rationale for why. Our workforces are a part of the broader society, and every day AI is changing the lives of all of us. So whether it's how you purchase your goods for your home, or independent of who you use, the fact is you can get on your phone, select an item, and by tomorrow it's delivered to you. That consumer-grade experience is what everyone experiences every day, and so employees and managers come to work and expect the same, particularly when you're in a company that leverages AI and edge computing to do that for customers as well.
Yeah, you leverage it for customers. They experience it in their personal life. Why wouldn't they experience it in
Absolutely
business?
right.
And the expectation is there. So you talked about calibration, you talked about recruiting, you talked about Peakon.
Yep.
employee voice, and then Omni, the bot that you rolled out. Let's talk more about particularly the Peakon, because I think what you guys are doing with it is pretty important. So was there a catalyst for wanting to leverage Peakon? That journey I found interesting, so I think the others will as well. And can you share what you're realizing from it? It's, data is data, but what you do with it. But tell us a little bit about the Peakon employee engagement, employee voice.
Sure. So I'm sure, like many of you in the audience, everyone or most companies will have an employee engagement survey, and we have had for many, many years. But just under 2 years ago, we did transition from what we call OHI, an Org Health Index, which was an annual survey, about 100 questions, took about 20 minutes for our employees to complete. It was very comprehensive. The challenge was, you got the data back, it was voluminous. So you have to dissect it, and then at the region level, you may be able to get down to market and get some of the insights of sort of what it means. But by the time you got through that, it was 3 months later. And some of the questions or concerns that were expressed by employees had either been addressed by others or had been usurped by some other actions that we had taken. And so we wanted to transition to a survey that was more nimble. And we transitioned to Peakon. It allows us to do quarterly surveys. There are 20 questions on average. It takes literally 5 minutes to get it done. When we first launched it, which was about 1.5 years ago, it was well received. About 70,000 plus of our workforce actually participated. We got the feedback. We saw an eNPS, an Employee Net Promoter Score. And we were like, wow, this is interesting. But what I will tell you was the most powerful is with the use of Peakon, the data you get, the analytics you get, is actually by manager. So the way we set it up, at least, as long as you have 5 direct reports, you get results back. You see comments from your employees, but you also see the culture you're creating. So imagine now 15,000 people leaders now get a tailored survey back, and then it's AI enabled. So based on where my team is telling me I have deficiencies, either as a leader or as a team, Peakon then provides insights on here are the 2 or 3 things that you can do. Now what we've shared with our larger workforce is if you're a people leader, pick one action each quarter and really move the needle. Be intentional, have those conversations, and make the change. And to give you context, so that was mentioned 1.5 years ago. We're now 7 quarters into it, and the last results that we got, which was a couple of days ago, we have doubled our eNPS from the very beginning to now. So we're seeing engagement significantly increase quarter over quarter, at least 1 increase in the eNPS. And
let that be recorded for the record. You doubled your eNPS, your Employee Net Promoter Score.
Yep.
And that's not just because you're asking them questions, but it's because you must be getting some sense of, like, this is back to my original question about 100,000 employees, 100 countries, and you're talking about how data-driven you are when we're prepping for this. But all of that's in service of what kind of culture you want to drive, and culture turns out to be local, and this is giving you that.
What was very insightful for us is one of the most engaged populations of our workforce are our production workers. We have 20,000 production workers. These are our folks who are in our manufacturing plants literally around the world, touching and driving innovation of our products every day.
They're the heart and soul of the
They are
org.
unbelievably the highest level of engagement of all other groups across the company, and not shortly followed by our frontline technicians and mechanics. And it doesn't surprise me. They're touching the products that engage us with our customers. And where we found there are opportunities, you're like, wow, look at this group. We have to go work, and I won't say who they are, but there's some opportunity there, right? But what it does is when you have a large distributed workforce, to have a tool that can start to tailor by leader with clear action is powerful. The other reason why I think it's been powerful is our CEO has aligned our quarterly eNPS to quarterly financial results. So when we do performance reviews, we talk about performance outcomes to plan, top line, bottom line, free cash flow. We talk about eNPS. And so myself, the CEO, all leaders can see. If I wanted to see the plant manager in our Wuxi plant in China, I could go in and look at his scores right now from my phone and see what his or her NPS is. And that level of visibility has changed the culture.
I should probably quit while I'm ahead, but any other interesting themes or insights from Peakon? Anything else you could share?
I'll be quick. What we've seen is what drives, at least for us, what drives engagement the most is employees feeling like they have meaningful work, like the work that I see and that I do every day actually matters. Two, that work led us back to the broader strategy. So a sense of belonging. I feel like I belong with the company and where it's going. And number three is my manager actually cares. Like he or she takes the time to invest in me and coach and mentor. Those are the three, at least for us, the biggest correlations to higher engagement.
Yeah, what a story. All right, last question for you. What's next? Looking ahead, what's next for Johnson Controls and Workday?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier one of the core pillars, if you will, to being employer of choice is all around having employees who join the company and never want to leave. And we've seen attrition go down as well over the last several months. That's a whole different story. But we believe the biggest opportunity for us now is to ensure that we are granting our internal leaders and employees with the opportunity to have a very clear career path and be able to demonstrate that we can create promotional opportunities for them. And so we've been in active discussions with Workday about something that was presented yesterday by Athena, HiredScore. I was amazed by the Fetch technology. And so just recently, we have decided to move forward with HiredScore, and we'll be using AI to match, particularly for our internals, those opportunities aligned to the needs that we have across the companies.
That's exciting. We're excited to serve you in that newer capacity. And Fetch is amazing, isn't it? I mean, the thought that in corporate America or all over, the talent is there, and it's just a matter of surfacing it. And so that's fantastic. This has been a great conversation. JCI is lucky to have you. You're a real asset, and we're lucky to call you a customer for a million reasons, but not the least of which you're a real thought leader in the CHRO space, and we appreciate all you do with us and for us.
Yep. Thank you, Doug, and thanks, Workday.
Ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's the kind of guy you could work for, isn't it? Good dude. All right. I'm excited to welcome our second guest to the stage. Please also give a warm welcome and applause to Merlix Reynolds, Vice President of Accounting at Racetrack. Welcome.
I think I left, oh no, I think my phone's actually in the...
Welcome, welcome.
I think it's in the, sorry.
Thank God I've got a note card here to say, tell us a little bit about Racetrack. I'd be totally lost without that.
Thank you for prompting me, because I'd be totally lost to tell you about it.
Well, I imagine more people probably know Racetrack, right? Because
well, I hope everybody in the audience has had our coffee and had our pizza and all of our good things. But for those of you that don't know who we are a family of brands. So I'll tell you that we're just not Racetrack, our convenience stores that you might see in the Southeast, all the way kind of from Texas to the Southeast and all the way up into now Indiana and Ohio. So we mainly have convenience stores that we operate ourselves, and then we also have a franchise model that we allow other people to have the American dream of having a company and having a business. And then on top of that, we have a wholesale fuel division that delivers fuel to our stores and to many of the stores that you probably shop at if you don't shop at Racetrack, which I know most of you probably do if you have one in your area. And then we also have a fuel delivery company that delivers our fuel to our stores. And last, our newest addition is Gulf. We purchased Gulf in December of last year, and that is a nostalgic brand that I hope most of you know if you are in the Southeast, that you've seen throughout the United States in our 1,200 locations with U.S. and Puerto Rico.
Very nice, thank you. And I promise, Merlix geeks out on a dimensionality of general ledger and all of that, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the good accounting stuff, but you are also rather known as a really inspirational leader, and you're probably hating me for saying that, right? Putting you on the spot in that way, but you create, we talked about culture in the last conversation, but you create a connected and inspired team that delivers value. So give us the secret. As a leader in finance, how do you get a team to deliver for you and for the company? And
I mean, the secret is Workday. I think I was enabled a few years ago when we decided to switch to a different platform, a platform that allowed my team to geek out on everything that is great about what we do, to go beyond being just a simple accountant telling people about the past and about what we've done and what our business has done in kind of last month and the previous month, but I've given them the tool to just be passionate about what they do, look at their solutions, look at what the business is doing, educate people, teach people within the organization what's going on with the business. and train them. I mean, if you think about the platform, I think the best thing that you can do to retain talent is give them something that they get excited every day to come in and innovate and do, and not just do basic accounting every day. I think that's what's really helped me create the rock stars that I have at Racetrack.
So I guess you started to answer my second question, but maybe expand on it a little bit. But it's you talk passionately about empowering your team, and so how's Workday triggered a cultural shift within Racetrack? I guess you sort of touched on that in that you're getting your team something to engage in that they get excited about and get empowered about.
Yeah, I mean, the cultural shift has gone beyond my team, right? It's the organization. We've had a complete shift. So just to give you guys a little bit of color, and I won't mention products, but we had a product that was a green screen that was very number-based, and quite frankly, no one understood other than accountants. And that was kind of, people thought we produced a book that took us a whole month to do from a reporting perspective, and we would usher it around the building, lots of paper, it would be numbers and codes, and only we understood it, right? And so when we were able to go on Workday, we were able to shift the culture of people wanting to be in a solution, wanting to know the numbers, wanting to know the information, because we gave them a language that we could talk to in common. We made sure that the natural language of transactions and business that was happening in their space within the organization was the same language they were getting when they were looking at Workday and looking at our financials. So it made them want to know, want to get faster. So my team will tell you, everybody wants everything now.
Is the team out there?
They are. I don't know where they are, but they're here.
Team?
Yes, Racetrack team. And they're online and they're watching, but it gave them the ability to truly get to our business, and the business want to know the numbers.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me more about that. In the employees, how are they using the data now? Give us a little bit of how you've deployed it and how are they leveraging it to go partner with the business.
So can I geek out on dimensionality now?
Now it's your time.
Okay, now it's my time about dimensionality.
This is Merlix's moment.
This is my jam.
Y'all just stand back a bit.
Well, they're using the data just in everything that we do. I think we get calls daily to say, how can I get some of your data into an EDW or into a different place because I want to use it, I want to see the power, I want to see the dimension. We deploy almost 30 different dimensions and use the dimensions in such a creative way that the dimensions kind of go even deeper than just the dimension, so that we can tell people about the transaction and what's going on with the business. They use it to calculate ROI on, if we put this platform in, did we sell the right number of candy bars? Did we, they just really take every facet of the dimensionality that we have in the organization and truly project on how we're going to forecast for the future, how we did, what the ROI was on some strategy that we decided to deploy. It has made us transformative on how we look at things and prepared for the future.
That makes finance a partner to the business. It's kind of like Marlon's story with HR is a business function, right? You just happen to be sitting in HR. Same thing, and now you're bringing, and your team's able to bring some real business value to the conversation and analysis.
Absolutely.
So when we were preparing for this, you talked, I had in my notes something about the % of self-service reporting, where you were before, and how much, it's not just about your team doing all this dimensionality and new insights about the business, but you're getting the company to adopt as well.
Absolutely. As I said, in our previous platform, we were numbers, digits, codes, subcodes. No one understood how to pull reports out of that system. And so they would go along and get their own point solutions to tell them the story they wanted to hear or wanted to know. Now, with Workday, we have about 30% more engagement. So it's not 100%, but because I think that I also want to keep my day job and have them come to us. But 30% of my business is going directly to the platform. They know how to pull a balance sheet and a P&L for themselves. They know how to pull cost center reporting to figure out how their business is doing. They go to the solution without having to come to us, which I will tell you allows my team to focus on the things that matter and not pulling reports all day.
Yeah.
I want to hire people just to pull reports. I want the business to see it in the field, to see it where they are, and really know how to use it and let us ideate on how to bring them even more data.
Yeah, very good. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so with close to 1,000 gas stations, convenience stores across the U.S., you got a massive retail presence, clearly. How do you continue to innovate in an increasingly competitive and complex space?
Create process efficiencies, right? So I think that having platforms like Workday where I have my team focus on the things that matter and not on business process and not on things that are just daily routine, non-added value, right? They add value because it gives me reporting that I need, but they're not the things that I want them to be focused on. So if I give them cool technology and innovative ways to do the basic things that our accountants have to do,
Yeah.
I can focus them on innovating and being efficient and following the business.
Yeah.
I think more and more now that we have this platform and the people in my business can see the power of it, we get called to the table all the time. My accountants, all the way down to my managers, my seniors, they get the opportunity to sit in with C-suite people to innovate and figure out how to give them the data they need to run their business. And I want them to focus on that, so I give them a tool that helps them kind of do all the other things seamlessly.
Yeah, that's great. Your enthusiasm is kind of infectious. I can see why the team likes working with you. So, all right, let's talk about the Workday partnership a little bit. You've been you're an incredible advocate for us for years now, and we appreciate it. But describe the partnership and sort of how you got there with us. That because I think it's we view it as pretty unique. I think both teams there's high level of trust, and yeah, maybe talk about that a little bit.
All right, I'm going to ramble here because I love your team.
Oh, go on, please. Please continue.
Well, I think the partnership started with day one. I think, when I look back at my journey about picking platforms, we looked at three. We didn't just look at Workday. It wasn't about just this is the only one. We had our guiding principles, and we wanted to have one source of truth, but it wasn't the must-have. We wanted the right platform for us to really take us into the future. And from that first moment, Diamond Dave, he'll kill me for saying his name. He never gave up on me, and he made sure that I understood the value that this was. And I honestly feel like he knew that this would make me and help me be great. I was a director at the time, so I was not sitting in this role, and he was just like, I'm going to help you, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you. And he was relentless. And he became part of my family. I mean, he just texted me the other day, like, it's been 8 years since we've been on this journey. And then also all of our partners, all the people in this room, there were people in this room that helped me understand the power of this. And I knew that if I picked this platform, I would have not just my army, but an immense partner army, customer army, your army, and I knew that I would be able to have
this community is part of what you can tap into as a resource.
Yes, I mean, I remember being in Vegas, sitting with Denny's at a table, just helping me understand what the platform could offer me.
Yeah,
that's what really made me pick Workday. I just knew that I would not have just the tools that Racetrack give me, but I would have all the tools that you give me.
That's well said. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so that was like the fishing for compliment question.
You don't have to.
To show you I'm not, I'm willing to go the other way, which is what can we do better? I mean, give us some constructive criticism, as it were. But, how can Workday serve you better? And then by extension, our important customers, 10,500 of them.
When you asked me this question during the prep, I was like, I do want lease accounting. I'll say it here. It's one thing that I have to do every day, and I want it in the platform. So figure that out, whether it be Extend or something else. I want to eliminate some of my point solutions.
Yeah.
I still have a few that do some key accounting related things that I really want to put into the platform so I don't have to go elsewhere. And trying to think of anything else. I don't want to make it seem like you do everything great, because then that's like people feel like you're paying me to say that, but that's not the case. But
we're paying you for a million other reasons.
No payment for this, I swear to y'all. But I just want you to continue to do what you do. I think that's what would make me unhappy, is if you stop doing what you do.
Yeah, and there's pros and cons to, I guess, any application out there. And then in the world of composable ERP, there's some things you would say, you know what, I wish Workday would do that, is what I'm hearing. Like, could you step up and take care of this part of the surface area? And yeah.
I mean, there's a few, we're working through things. I tell you that it's hard for me to identify, and we talked about this during prep, because I was just telling this to my peers the other day, we were in a sandbox, right? And I wanted to buy a playground and play in it. And I have been in a playground, and then I woke up the other day and realized, oh my God, I bought an amusement park. And I got to figure out how to ride all of these rides. And I have to just wake up and say, I did not buy a playground. I need to figure out how to put all these new cool tools into play and rethink, even from day one, 4 years ago, how I'm going to do that today.
Yeah.
And that's what I love.
To hell with the sandbox. You're thinking big.
Sandbox is gone. I'm in an amusement park. And every other 6 months, you guys unlock another part of the amusement park that I have to figure out how to use. So it's fine. It's fine. It's job security.
Yeah. Let's leave it there. So this will actually be final question for you. When you look ahead, what do you see next for yourself, next for Racetrack, next for your finance team?
it's interesting. It's more of the same. I really see them being able to empower themselves to continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to advance the business. Racetrack's not done, so if we don't have one in your area, rest assured we're coming. We have a lot to do, and we're trying to diversify and look at the landscape of things that we want to do as an organization. And I need to continue to build my rock stars, invest in my rock stars, love on my rock stars, so that they want to stay with me. They've been with me probably through this entire journey, most of my leaders, and figure out ways to use your technology to get the basics done so they can be at the table and feel seen, heard, and be involved and engaged in the business.
Let's leave it there. Let's please give a warm congratulations to, thank you. Thank you for the partnership, and thanks for sharing your story and your experience and how you're elevating finance and accounting in your organization. It's been great to listen to you for a bit. All right, so coming up next, we've got our first ever North American Customer Awards. So I think that's our cue to leave.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Please welcome President of Global Sales, Patrick Blair, and Chief Customer Officer, Sherry Rhodes.
Hello, Rising.
Hey, everybody.
It's incredible to be up here to celebrate our rock star customers. And Rising is all about our community, as well as spotlighting customer voices. This week, we already had Zach from McLaren with Carl on Monday. Yesterday, we had Tom from Advent Health and Athena. And today, the conversations with Doug, Marlon from Johnson Controls, as well as Merlix from Racetrack.
Yep, those were awesome.
Incredible. Let's give them another round of applause. So hearing from customers firsthand about their stories and about their transformation, that's absolutely the best part of my job. And working with you, Patrick.
Thank you.
But now
we're together a lot.
Yeah. But now it's time to really do something different. And we have never, for the first time, I guess, on the main stage, we're actually going to celebrate and have a special awards for the North America customers. So with that, I think we could get it started.
Yeah, so to orient everyone, we received over 200 nominations spanning 5 different categories, highlighting innovation, project delivery, and success of our customers have using the Workday platform. This was not easy. Emma mentioned it before. We had judges from our leadership team, we had some of our longstanding customers and industry analysts, and every nomination told just an incredible, inspiring story about how they're leveraging Workday to power their business, supercharging work, and elevating their humans. So thanks to everybody who participated in this. And as we've mentioned, this is our inaugural, this is our first ever North American Customer Award Program. So thank you.
So excited. So we had a lot of interest this year. I'm glad I wasn't judging, but I can't wait to see how this program grows in the future. So let's talk about what this year's winner gets. So first of all, it only makes sense to us to give them a gold record, because that's how we celebrate in the music industry. But not only that, we wanted to do something special for their companies. So we are donating $5,000 to charity of their choice to each winner. So we're super excited.
Yeah.
So let's take it away.
Sure. So our first up is the Global Workforce Transformation Award. Okay, this award is for organizations that leverage Workday to transform business process and empower productivity to drive the workforce agility globally. So let's take a look at the 3 finalists. ConocoPhillips, Mohegan, and Plexus Corporation. How about a round of applause? Okay, for our first winner, they had close to 6,000 job profiles in their catalogs. And it limited a lot that they can do on standard work, scalability, HR process. It was a lot. And so what they did is they brought 100 global leaders together to align on standard catalogs. And they deployed it into Workday, and they fixed everything they were doing with this and got it down to 1,000. So the result for them is a lot more clear data, the ability to leverage future innovation from Workday, and I'm honored to announce the first winner. Congratulations to Plexus Corporation. Woo! And accepting for Plexus Corporation, I'd like to call out Christine Rainey. She's the HR Systems Manager for Plexus. Congratulations, Christine. Way to go. Congratulations. Go ahead.
All right.
You got the next one.
So next up is the Powering Innovation Award. This award celebrates organizations who just keep pace with innovation. They are driving it. They're the pioneers. They're the forward thinkers. They're building the business capabilities of tomorrow. So the finalists are Lowe's, Thomson Reuters, and Washington State University. And our winner uses Workday to increase employee engagement, retain key talent, and attract new hires. They're automating routine tasks in their natural workspace, so whether that be Microsoft Office or Slack, so that their employees can focus on more strategic growth. They also use Workday Illuminate to uncover curated content for employees to personalize career advancement and pathways. And they use Workday Talent and Career Hubs to drive employee engagement as well. So let's announce the winner. It is Thomson Reuters.
All right. Congratulations.
Accepting on behalf of Thomson Reuters is Dahlia Kendrick, Head of Digital Human Resources, and Cherry McKenzie, Senior Director of HR Digital Innovation.
Come on out, you guys. All right. Who wants the award here? Share it. Okay, congratulations.
Congrats.
Okay, our next award is for the Finance Future Award. So this award is for customers who stay one step ahead by automating their financial and spend process and deliver deeper insights to drive business growth. So our finalists are Nelnet Inc., Memorial Healthcare System, and Team Car Care. Okay, so the winning project here, it really just started as a search for an automated planning tool, and what it evolved to is a complete overhaul of their ERP and HCM system, and it resulted in them choosing their financial planning and HR functions all through Workday. It's now all integrated and has allowed them to collaborate better across their teams and improving their efficiency. The move from more than 50 spreadsheets, and I heard this a lot yesterday, people using a lot of spreadsheets that are our prospects, as Doug said before, give them a little nudge right now, to centralize their platform. It reduces their cycle time, and it took their forecasting scenarios down from months to days. And they're now using Workday Illuminate, which we heard a lot about yesterday, to predict their customer behavior and optimize their inventory management. And the winner is Team Car Care. Woo! So accepting on behalf of Team Car Care is Melody Heron, and she's the VP of Accounting and the Controller. Come on out, Melody.
All right, we have 2 awards left. And next up is Rapid Time to Value. This award is for customers who have quickly realized tangible business results using rapid deployment approaches. Our finalists are Catalyte, the City of Akron, and Vertex. So the winner in this category partnered with Workday and Accenture to modernize and operationalize their infrastructure. The first step was to reduce their SKU complexity, and next they decreased their transaction times with a unified sales and renewal process. As a result, Workday Financial Management and HCM enabled their global expansion. So the winner is Vertex, supported by our partner Accenture. Accepting on behalf of Vertex is Ben Askin, Chief Digital Officer and CIO, and Luke Farrelly, VP Global Accounting and Finance.
Come on out, guys. Well done. Thank you so much. Well done. Okay, our final category is the industry. I love they both came out like this, right? There was a lot of discussion what they were all going to do coming out. I heard backflip. Everyone kind of cooled it off, which is okay.
I think he said that.
So, yes. Yeah, it was actually me who was going to do that. So, the Industry Hero Award. This award recognizes a customer who leverages Workday for them to address industry-specific challenges they are all having. We have a lot of industries here, and everyone has their specific challenges and best practices. So our finalists are Apex Capital, Bon Secours Mercy Health, and Tallahassee State College. So this winner is being recognized for their transformational use of Workday to address the problems that they're having most critically in their business, which is workforce disruption. Workforce enabled them to improve the employee retention, employee experience, despite all of the high burnout across their industry. This customer has also been a longtime customer, and they were very involved. We talked about a lot yesterday. Also, they were very involved as a partner in designing our supply chain management solution for healthcare and ensuring that our solution could accommodate the most complex healthcare systems in the world. They're one of our largest customers now. They've had a huge merger. They've had tons of acquisitions, and they're forever expanding their workforce tenant. They've become the largest multinational customer of ours live on Workday today. So it is amazing what they're doing, and I want to congratulate the Bon Secours Mercy Health business and Kyle Arnold, who's going to come up and accept the award, who is the Chief HR Services Officer. Come on out, Kyle. So as we talked about, it was really hard to judge all these 200 people that came in and applied for this. So let's give a big round of applause, not only to the winners, but all the finalists and everybody that was involved.
So we're going to continue to celebrate all of our winners at the Customer Appreciation event tonight with Gwen Stefani. Woo, woo!
She's going to be pretty awesome, so make sure you make it there. But before we go, there's one more award that we want to give out, and we need to hand this out with our co-founder, our executive chairman is going to come back out, Aneel Bhusri, to the stage. Welcome him, please.
Thank you, Patrick and Sherry. And hello, everyone, again. Hopefully, people aren't feeling so tired this morning after all those great parties. My back is sore from going to the top golf place. an incredibly inspiring collection of stories, customers innovating in different ways on the Workday platform. Please give another round of applause for the winners and the finalists. And a thank you to the 200 plus customers who participated in our first North American Customer Awards program. Last year in San Francisco, at last year's Rising, we recognized Mark Newsom, VP of HR with McKee Foods and customer number 7, with our first ever Workday Lifetime Customer Achievement Award. This award not only recognizes individuals who demonstrate a commitment to innovating and driving success with the Workday platform, but also people who played an integral role in driving the Workday community going forward. It's a small group of people. We're going to give this award once a year, and it's for people that really have had an impact on Workday. And from my perspective and my co-founder Dave's perspective, have become great friends of ours, both in work and outside of work. This year's winner is one of the most influential IT leaders our community has ever seen. 30 years of experience leading technology change and 3-time Workday customer. 3-time Workday customer. First as CEO of Flextronics, he led the company's decision to bet on Workday in 2007 as our first global customer. At this moment in time, they had a company of 200,000 employees, and all we could demonstrate was a system that scaled to 5,000. But they still made a bet on Workday, and we worked with them to scale the system and add the global functionality that now is run by Flextronics in 35 countries. They were our first big global customer. They really put Workday on the map. Then again, as CIO at AstraZeneca, where he selected Workday in 2015. Again, large multinational in Europe, went in as CIO and transformed their HR function with Workday. And finally, at one of my favorite companies, a company that Dave and I wanted to get as a customer from day one, he went to Apple as VP of Software Engineering, and again chose Workday as their HR system. And Apple, I'm not sure if I was allowed to say, but Apple did go live recently. I mean, everybody knows that. Gives me a great honor to present Dave Smoley.
Thanks, man.
You are one of our true rock stars. You're just amazing. By the way, he was a male model back in the day. I think his wife told me that. We tried to get a picture, but somehow the picture got lost. So congratulations, and thank you for everything you've done.
Appreciate it.
So a few questions. Why did you select Workday when we can only work with 5,000 employees on the system and you had 200,000? What were you looking for from us, and hopefully it was a good decision?
One of the best decisions I ever made in my career, for sure. Well, it may be hard to remember back in those days, but there weren't a lot of choices. And at Flextronics, we were embarking on an implementation of SAP for supply chain, and I inherited that as the new CIO there. So the logical next step was to implement SAP HR. But SAP HR, for those of you who were around in those days, it was a nightmare. The user interface was horrible. Flextronics was a very, very dynamic company. We acquired 20 to 30 companies every year and integrated them in. And with SAP HR, every reorganization was a consulting engagement. You had to bring in third parties, you had to spend weeks and plan this out and restructure it. So a dynamic company would have been a complete disaster. And at Flex, we were in 75 countries around the world. We had 79 HR systems, unfortunately. And I was talking to a friend who said, hey, I used to work at PeopleSoft, and these guys have spun out and started a new company. You should check it out. It's called Workday. And I remember being intrigued by that and going on the web and clicking around. And right away, the first thing that impressed me was the user interface. It was intuitive, it was visually interesting and attractive, and it felt like anybody could do this versus the SAP, you need to take classes to even learn how to get into it. So right away I was intrigued, and of course I brought it to the woman I had hired to implement SAP, and she said, no way, that's a toy, forget it. And then I said, well, just play with it, try it out. So she was a little intrigued, but still skeptical. And then I talked to the CHR about it, who was a close friend and a smart guy, and he said, no way, this is a toy, forget it. And I was still kind of persistent, so then I talked to the CFO, and he was like, these guys don't even have a balance sheet. Like, they don't even have money. What are you thinking? But we continued to be intrigued, and fortunately, the CEO was a Silicon Valley guy, so he was used to taking risks and experimenting. And he was kind of intrigued by the idea as well, and we figured, it's only an HR system, right? How hard can it be? You know, some workflows, a couple databases.
Why don't you stick to the SAP comments?
We're like, low risk. If you mess it out, you just go back and put SAP in. So we thought the Mike McNamara, who was the CEO at the time, he said, tell you what, let's meet with these guys. So by then I had been talking with David and Anil, who were personally involved, and just, I could tell right from the beginning, very hands-on, very passionate. They understood this space. And so I said, hey, the CEO wants to meet you, and he can meet this Saturday. It was a rainy, dreary day in December. Anil and Dave drove down. Mike and I met with them in the office. We spent about 15 minutes. We talked about the vision. We talked about the commitment, the partnership. And after 15 minutes, Mike said, let's do this. So we shook hands, and we walked outside, and I'll never forget it. Mike, we said goodbye. Mike put his arm around me, and he said, those are the kinds of people we want to do business with. I'm so excited, so let's do it. And that's how it started.
That was awesome. I vividly remember the kickoff meeting where Mike, the CEO, got up on stage and told everyone, we're burning the boats. There is no plan B. And David and I are like, oh, that means us too. This better work. And there was no plan B. We went all in, and it was honestly one of the best projects of my life. I got to be front and center for all of it, working with you, and it was just a great experience, and we became great friends along the way. So you've been CIO of several companies. Quick thought on AI. What do you think?
Wow. So AI, the joy of being in technology is it's just one change after another, and there have been many massive waves. Workday rode the initial SaaS and cloud wave. AI is going to be a massive wave. It's different. It's every bit as exciting, I think, as previous waves. It's a bit scarier than previous waves. AI is the first wave that really touches and impacts everyone across the organization, across the world, really, and where everyone around the world can actually get involved, use it, program it. It's so simple. And so the days of being the master of your domain as a CIO or a head of technology, VP of software, are gone. It used to be that you had to be smart and you had to be business-minded and have a payback, but in the end, the business generally said, look, if you think this is the way to go, let's do it. But with AI, everybody's an expert. Everybody is pushing and saying, how fast can we have this? How can we adopt it? What are we going to do with it? So it's a very challenging wave to manage, and it's very exciting. But I think the risks are significant in terms of being used for potentially evil or detriment as well as good.
Well said. Well said. So I'm going to present this. So you get two things. You get this plaque, and then you get Crocs. You say, everybody see these Workday Crocs? And that's it. No.
That's the best.
You got to come over here.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. He's got it. Thank you, David. And actually, the real gift, which I'm scared to touch, is a signed guitar from Billy Idol. You were at his concert last night.
Oh, wow. An icon. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, sir. Wish I knew how to play it.
I'd prefer the Crocs if I were you.
Maybe playing guitar in the Crocs.
That's pretty cool. And you were at the concert last night, so.
He rocked it.
Yeah, he rocked it.
He was awesome.
All right, well, thank you very much. Thank you for being a great friend. Thank you for believing in Workday. a lot of what happened since then wouldn't have happened if you hadn't chosen Workday. You really, truly put us on the map with global companies and companies of scale. And, you know, I will cherish our friendship forever.
It's been an amazing journey.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Anil.
I really appreciate it. All right, let's not drop that. All right.
Please welcome back Chief Executive Officer Carl Eschenbach.
Good morning. Let's try it again. Good morning. It's great to be back with all of you on day 3 of our keynotes. What a special rising. I hope you have all had a great time. Let's give another warm round of applause to Dave, who was up there, and all of our award winners this morning. Congratulations. Over the past few days, especially up here yesterday during our Innovation Summit, David spoke about 3X innovation, which was the power of the Workday platform brought to you by Workday. We talked about customers innovating, and you heard that earlier this morning. And last, we talked about partners and how do we do partnerships to drive innovation for our joint customers. Well, 2 months ago, we announced a new strategic partnership, a partnership with Salesforce, a partnership that brought together the 3 most important and critical systems of record in the enterprise. It's your employees, it's your financials, it's your customer data. And as opposed to me standing up here and talking about the power of those 3 data sets, I'm going to bring someone on stage to show you what in just a few short months our incredible technical teams at Salesforce and Workday have done. And we're going to bring to you live demos that you will eventually be using in your enterprise. And to do that, I'm going to welcome to stage Beret Schaefer. Beret, join me, please.
Carl.
Great to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, it's great to be here with you and our amazing community.
Yeah, we were just walking on stage. It's the first time I've ever met her. And she looked at me and said, thanks for texting. We came color coordinated.
We
so
did.
Great job. We didn't even know it, but there you are. Well, thanks for joining me.
Of course, of course.
You have some fun things to show us this morning?
I do. You ready to kick it off?
I am ready. Let's
All right,
do it.
let's do it. So today I'm excited to show you how Workday and Salesforce are going to transform the way people work. So I'm going to take you through some scenarios that highlight the incredible potential of our platforms when they come together. So let's start with Workday for Slack. We know that first impressions matter, and through our partnership, we're helping you make them count. So imagine Henry, a new sales manager. With Workday for Slack, his onboarding experience is seamless thanks to the integrated capabilities that Workday brings to the table. He can watch a welcome video, get to know his team, update that emergency contact, and even dive into his sales pipeline. Everything he needs is right there, where he's already working, allowing him to focus on what matters and feel supported from day one. And as he continues his onboarding journey, Workday is there, like a friendly onboarding buddy that's helping him stay on track. But the support doesn't stop there. Workday is with Henry throughout his entire journey directly in Slack. Through natural language conversations, employees like Henry will be able to get instant support from Workday without leaving their collaboration space. Whether he's trying to remember when open enrollment begins, preparing to take time off, or checking in on his goal progress, he can get the information he needs by simply asking, saving him time and simplifying his experience.
Wow, that's impressive. What do you guys think? Good stuff? Yeah. All right, Beret. You did a nice show. But can you tell us when you think this will be available?
Yeah, that's the exciting part. So we're excited to share that the first steps towards this vision, which is seamlessly integrated Slack AI and Workday Assistant, are going to be available in the next 6 months. But of course, you should know that Workday for Slack is available right now for customers who want to get started and be better prepared to get these innovations sooner.
Wow, that's super exciting. Let me ask you, anything else you can show?
I do. Let's move on to the next scenario. And let's see what happens when our platforms come together to help a sales rep in Salesforce who has just been assigned a new deal. Salesforce has strategically assigned this deal to Jyoti based on information from our unified data set, such as his availability, skill set, and workload analysis. And to prepare for this deal, the Einstein agent is there to help. It offers tailored, actionable guidance that's designed to help him succeed. And this guidance is made even stronger by including Workday. Powered by data from across our platforms, Einstein recommends a training course, which will help Jyoti gain a critical skill that's linked to success. It also suggests mentors who have track records closing similar deals. And Einstein not only surfaces these recommendations, powered by Workday, it also helps Jyoti instantly take action. With just a click, it enrolls him in the course and schedules time for him to complete it. And when he mentions he actually planned to take that day off, it's no problem. Our AI capabilities work together and adapt, submitting his time off, updating his calendar, and rescheduling the course for the next available time.
So, Bray, I want to make sure I got this right. This week we've talked a lot about co-pilots, and now we're talking about agents.
Right.
What you just showed is actually agent-to-agent communication between us and Salesforce. Is that a way to think about it?
It is, and to the user, it's seamless. This is the future.
Great. Got anything else? Give me one more.
I do. I've got one more for you. So let's explore one last scenario of agent communications, this time from within Workday. And it's about a sales manager that's looking to elevate her team's performance. Nicole is in Workday and asks Workday Assistant for suggestions to help her team reach new heights. Workday Assistant analyzes her team's performance, again, tapping into our unified data set, and uncovers valuable insights, like spotting where her sentiment scores could be improved to match top-performing teams. In this case, it finds Nicole's team is feeling overwhelmed. And so based on that, Workday Assistant invokes an analysis of her staffing and skill set capacity versus her pipeline demand signals, and finds that her current staffing levels aren't going to support the forecasted demand, especially in the APAC region. And so from there, Workday Assistant recommends a series of strategic actions. It suggests hiring a new sales rep with specific skills needed in the market. To optimize her budget, it proposes reallocating a planned headcount from another region, ensuring the company's resources are used efficiently. And it's not just surfacing these recommendations, but also helping Nicole quickly act on them. With her okay, Assistant automatically updates the headcount plan, opens a job requisition, and drafts it for her review, all without Nicole lifting a finger. Just think about that time savings. And to make her life even easier, Workday Assistant calls on HiredScore to suggest internal candidates who are well-suited for the role, helping Nicole quickly fill that position and support internal mobility. What a win.
Wow, incredible. This is truly meeting employees in a flow of work where they're at, whether it's in us or in Salesforce.
Absolutely.
That is super powerful.
It is.
Beret, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for those great demos.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Beret. That was just an example of what we can do together. But I thought we'd bring someone here. We tried to get him live, but unfortunately, he has a little bit of a conference going on as well. So we decided to bring my friend, the chair, the co-founder, and CEO of Salesforce to Rising via video. Mark, welcome.
It's great to be with you, Carl. How are you? How's everything going down there in Las Vegas?
It's going really well. How are you doing?
Oh, you know, we're having a good time here in San Francisco. I brought 45,000 of my closest friends and family members to see me here. But you're not here, Carl. Why is that?
Well, Mark, I must say, I'm looking at you here at Rising where we had 30,000, so we're catching you. But I look at you
Carl,
on the screen.
You're never going to catch me, but keep trying.
Is that a challenge?
Carl, let's just stay in reality and we'll be all right.
I'm as real as it gets, my friend. With that being said...
You're very real. You are real.
Yeah, with that being said, seriously, we welcome you. Next year, we got to do a little better job at coordinating our conferences. We have two of the biggest tech conferences in the industry going at the same time. We didn't do a good job.
Carl, this has been my dream of my whole career, to get Workday and Salesforce together And I'm so thrilled that you're now the CEO of Workday, because now we can make this happen. I mean, I was there at the first Workday Rising, by the way. Who do you think was the first speaker at the first Workday Rising? It was me. And then we just never could make it happen. And now that you're running the show, wow, it's magic.
Well, thank you for that.
What happened to that other guy? What happened to that other guy? I don't know. What was his name? I don't even remember.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? You can say that. I can't. It's my damn boss still. He's the chairman of the board.
He's a very good guy.
He's an incredible guy, and he's been on stage
I love him.
before.
I love Anil, and I love Dave very, very much. They know that.
So let me ask you a couple questions, if I may, Mark. This week, we launched the next generation of Workday AI, Illuminate. And I'm sure at your conference this week, you've been talking to all your customers about AI. What are you seeing and hearing from your customers and their expectations and the impact of AI going forward?
Carl, first of all, I just want to tell you how thrilled Salesforce is to be a Workday customer. I love the product. I love the platform. I love the HR product. We're excited about the financials product. It's amazing what the company has built and delivered, over the last, what has it been now, almost 2 decades of Workday. It's incredible. And I could not be more grateful to you, to Anil, to Dave, for everything that you've done for the whole industry. What Workday has done has been so much bigger than just build more software. You also did it with the right values. And Carl, you and I know one thing, that values bring value. And this is the heart of both of our companies. This is who we are as organizations and as leaders. And this is very important to us personally, isn't it? And I just wanted to start, before we go into all of this other mishigas, and really say, Carl, thank you for everything that you do every single day. Because I know how hard you work. I know how much this means to you. And I know deep inside your heart what you've done for that company as well. And you're taking Workday to another level. And I know not only am I grateful, I know Anil and Dave are grateful too.
Thank you, Mark.
Now, what were you doing? You were trying to figure out how to spell AI again? I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, thank you for those kind words after you said I have no chance of catching you. That was really kind to you. So what are you seeing? What are you hearing from your customers?
We have to mix it up a little bit, Carl. Come on. You got him trying to bring the energy up.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think you're forgetting at the end, you go off video and I get to stay and say what I want.
Beautiful, Carl.
No, so tell me, what are you hearing from customers around AI?
Look, the number one thing, for our customers that are here and at our show is they're tired of doing one thing, which is they realize they can't DIY their AI. That is, they can't do it themselves. There's been too much thrown at them. Buy a model, get a hyperscaler, buy a database, try to hook it all up together, build a security model with it, a sharing model with it, an application development environment, get the context, the data, the metadata. And what we're showing them and what we're doing, and we've built an agent factory here, Carl, which is why I wish you were here, really, because it's something that I've never seen in my entire career is going on. I just posted a video a few seconds ago on my Twitter feed of one of our customers here who is in the agent factory and built his first agent. And it's a very emotional experience. It's kind of like the first time you ever drive around in a Waymo here in San Francisco. You go, wow, a robot is driving me around the city. Well, that's exactly what is happening here in Dreamforce. We have thousands of customers who are building agents for their first time. Now, why that's important, Carl, is these customers are already Salesforce customers. They're already using our Sales Cloud, our Service Cloud, our Marketing Cloud, our Commerce Cloud. They are using things like Slack, like Tableau. All of that has now been rebuilt into our Salesforce platform and deeply integrated with our data cloud. But we've added on top of all that, this Agentforce. It's all one platform, one unified platform, apps, data, agents. And a key part of that is that we are deeply integrating Workday as well. So we're federating our data cloud to Workday so you can bring your Workday data in and you can build agents that are going to be able to do your bidding in Workday. That is going to be an incredible experience for clients. But just getting back to what this agent factory is right now is clients are having a real experience and they are building and deploying agents. Right here, we had a customer yesterday, Saks Fifth Avenue, who came to Dreamforce. They've been a huge customer for a long time. They've automated their whole company with Salesforce. We all know the company, the retailer, you know, all these great products. They have all these great stores. Well, here's the thing, Carl. Within an hour, they had agents running as part of their service, doing customer service, doing exchanges, doing returns, and fully autonomous agents using the very highest level, most accurate, low delusional AI. Benchmarked and baked off against all the other models, and we have higher accuracy, and we also have lower delusion. So it's very exciting. It's really the next level of artificial intelligence. Our industry is rapidly moving into this next level. This is the third wave. We've been through predictive. We have went through this Copilot thing very fast. It just didn't work. Now we're at this new level, agents, and I really believe this is where companies, with enterprises, the companies that we've been working with our whole careers, Carl, are going to get the most value from AI in this new world. I'm so excited. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, no, Mark, thanks for sharing that. Just a couple minutes ago, we had up here on stage Beret actually showing 3 demos, and one of the demos was agent-to-agent communication, both of us leveraging our system of records, our LLMs, and bringing them together to surface up and meet people in the flow of work where they're at, whether it's in your platform, it's in Slack or Workday. So this whole notion of an agent is something we're very excited about. And we've been talking about all week how these agents aren't just going to change and transform human productivity. It's going to drive a business transformation in how the flow of work works for our customers. So we're super excited. We launched a number of agents yesterday here on stage. We had a Workday Recruiter agent. We had an expense agent. We had a Workday Optimizer agent. It's so exciting to see these agents coming to life. So we appreciate what you're doing. You're talking the same language as us. We have the same narrative, and pulling our systems of record together and surfacing that for our joint customers is only in the benefit of those customers, and ultimately we get benefit by them moving forward forever with our joint solutions. Now, Mark, I have 2 questions, a quick one and then a fun one. So bear with me, and remember, I get the last word. So how did this partnership...
Carl, you're never going to have the last word, but you can think you are going to. That's fine.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Hey, Carl.
So, Mark...
Whatever you want, Carl.
Yeah, whatever.
It's all fine with me.
It's the first time I've ever met this guy, by the way. So, Mark, seriously, how did this all come together? Us here at our conferences talking about the power of these unified data sets that we're bringing together for our... How did this all come about?
Well, you and I love each other. That's how it all came about.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, one question.
That's the honest truth. The honest truth is, when you became the CEO of Workday, it was clear as day to both of us that we could do things together that we were not able to do separately. And we've been waiting for this opportunity. And, you know, when we talk about these agents like we just did, like, this is very important to both of us, that we are constantly driving innovation forward, that we're inspiring change, we're making things lower cost and easier to use in our industry. We've been doing this for our whole career, and this is what gets us excited. But another way to innovate is also partnership, and that is why we are so excited to work, you know, even more deeply with Workday. And it's also why I went to the first Workday Rising, because I believe so strongly. It's also my obligation, you know, to inspire this next generation of technology. Look, I really think that we're at a precipice in artificial intelligence, and we need the ability to move it forward. But, you know, we've spent maybe, what do you think, Carl, $200, $300, $400, $500 billion so far on AI as an industry. How many companies in the audience today can really say that they have dramatic value from AI right now after that $500 billion spend? I don't think that many. Too many people, exactly like I said, are trying to DIY it. Too many people trying to hook it all up themselves. And that's why we've just built it right into our Salesforce platform. So it's clicks, not code. It's low code, you know, and we're going to have thousands of customers, thousands, leave here over the next couple days and deploy these agents right into their enterprise. There's no waiting. We're not going to wait for some kind of deployment to happen. It's happening right now. And I hope, because I expect this will be the largest deployment of autonomous agents in the history of our industry is happening right here in San Francisco. And a huge part of this story is Workday, because we're showing how we're bringing our platforms together to build these agents that can do the bidding and the service of both of our customers.
We could not agree more.
We're better together,
Mark.
Carl. You know that.
Yes, absolutely. One final question. If you could build a CEO agent for yourself, what would it look like and what would it do?
I think it would do about 100 burpees every morning. What do you think, Carl?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Benioff. Thank you, Mark.
Carl, I love you so much. I'm so grateful to you.
Thank you, Mark. Wow, that was completely unscripted, as you can tell. Mark's off. I get the last word. He was dying to do that video with us. He wanted to be here in person. We didn't let him. I'm only kidding. What a great signal of a partnership, and we're super excited about what we'll do for our joint customers going forward. So as we wrap up the program this week, is anyone excited, or did anyone hear about a party that may happen this evening? You excited? Did you catch the headliner? We're running it back from last year. This isn't quite as disturbing as the other one, but it's still pretty damn disturbing. I'm only kidding. Actually, the real headliner is this. Anyone ever hear of the Sugar Hill Gang? Yeah. You think I'm kidding, huh? I say a hip, a hop, a hippie to the hippie, say hip, hip to hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang, bang boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now, what you hear is not a test, because I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends, we're gonna try to move your feet. See, I am Wonder Ash, and that's it. Bullshit, we're done with that. No more. The real headliner this evening is who y'all want to see. And that's Gwen Stefani. Super exciting. And the theme for this evening is 3 N's. Neon, Nevada Nights. How many people have their neon for this evening? Wait till you see what I wear. It's not neon. But seriously, we're going to have a great party tonight. There's going to be lots of food. There's going to be drinks, and there's going to be a dance floor for those of you who want to break a leg. I'd like to thank a few people. I'd like to first start with our customers. Thank you. Thank you. And I'd have a special call out to people you saw here on stage earlier today. Merlix, Marlon, and yesterday we had on stage Tom from Advent Health. Thank you. We had partners. Thank you. We had partners on stage. Yesterday, we had Damien from Kainos on stage talking about their EDM solution, and then obviously we just had Mark Benioff on stage. But there's someone else I'd really like to thank as well. And I'm going off script, so please follow me here with the house lights. I'd like to ask all of my workmates to please stand. Could we raise the lights and ask our workmates to stand? And yes, thank you. Workmates, thank you. I didn't even have to ask our customers and partners to applaud you, but I am so grateful. Because of you, I get the opportunity to even be here. You're amazing, and as I said the other day, you are the heartbeat of our company. On Monday, I said this would be the biggest, the boldest, the most innovative, and the funnest Workday Rising ever. You tell me, was it? Well, we push ourselves quite hard at Workday, and we're pushing ourselves already to think about next year. And I'm really excited to share with you where next year's Rising will be. It'll be back in San Francisco, where we get to celebrate. We get to celebrate our 20th anniversary, the birthplace of where Dave and Anil started this amazing company. And we hope you're all going to join us there next year. Before I let all of you go, maybe one parting thought. On behalf of all of my workmates around the world, I thank you. I thank you for your trust. I thank you for your partnership. And most importantly, we thank you for your friendship. We hope you leave Rising inspired to illuminate the future of work by always moving forever forward together. Thank you.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
Welcome back, everyone. And wow, do we have so much to chat about, Rogerio?
Oh my goodness, we certainly do. And let's take everything that we've learned about in the first 2 days and put rocket fuel into that engine with our community of forward thinkers, Liz.
Yes, let's. And those awards, what a celebration of innovation with Workday. These incredible customers are driving their businesses forever forward at an ever-increasing pace of change.
That's right. And how do you want to tackle everything that we learned?
All right, well, I'd actually like to start by putting you in the hot seat, my friend.
All right.
As a senior leader in our global partner organization, I have a really important question here.
Hard question?
Of course.
Right.
Only way we know how to do this.
Right.
But it's based on what we heard during the community keynote. And I'd like to know, from your point of view, how do you see our community of forward-thinking people really think about taking Workday forever forward as a community, starting today?
Right. Okay. So thanks for the question, Liz. You heard about how Workday has been focused on growing our community of over 20,000 certified professionals.
That's amazing.
It's an incredible number, right? It's an incredible number. And I mentioned rocket fuel at the top here, and that our community is the fuel that's taking everyone forever forward.
Yes.
That's how we see things. And on top of these verified experts, of course, we've got just under 400,000 members in our online community.
Unreal.
Right? And however, you know, all of this innovation that we've been talking about over the last few days here means nothing if we don't give this community a way for them to extract value from it and, of course, make it the best that it can be.
Yeah.
That's crucial to me.
Yep, agreed.
Hence the announcements that we have made, you know, the partnerships that we've been establishing, the programs that we've been launching, and the continuous investments in our Global Partners organization, you know, with the benefit of the global partner community that we have. And lastly, Liz, I'll say that we are here to learn from each other, from our partners, and it's this community really that makes Workday so special, and we welcome new ideas coming from our ecosystem and from our partners. I certainly do.
Yeah, absolutely. Love that. And, you know, this really does lead us directly into the event's theme of moving work forever forward by, of course, elevating humans and supercharging work.
That's right, and there was a moment, and I'm hoping that our team can pull this up, where Doug Robinson, who's our co-president, was speaking to Marlon Sullivan at Johnson Controls, and there was this lively discussion around leveraging AI to elevate humans and transform how they manage talent. Really exciting stuff. But I'll tell you what, his words will be way better than mine, Liz, so let's take a look.
Maybe we'll hit on AI a little bit because, and then I want to come back to Pecan. So I'm gonna go a circuitous route here for you. But I know you've already implemented AI in a number of operational capacities, sort of across the organization. But from an HR perspective, how are you guys leveraging it? You mentioned some of the platform of Workday you're leveraging, but other areas and things you're doing to transform and manage talent.
Yeah, so we are only a few months into this, but we did launch. It's a chat bot, and my team, especially my tech team, would say, "Tell them more." So what they would want me to share would be, it is just like ChatGPT. So it's generative AI, it's machine learning, and it is now the face of HR for Johnson Controls for our employees and for our managers. And they engage with the chatbot, their tier 1, 2, and sometimes tier 3 level activities that the chatbot, which we call Omni, will allow them to do. And it has worked seamlessly with Workday. So things like, if I have a member of my team who is requesting time off, in Microsoft Teams, Omni will pop up and say, "Hey, look, by the way, you have a question or an action in Workday, do you want to execute it?" I click yes, real time, or I type yes, it's done. I never have to go to Workday. Similar for Peakon, it's time for our survey. All 100,000 employees get this little insert, and it's real time. So the use of AI, I would argue, is a table stakes within the HR realm, and here's my rationale for why. Our workforces are a part of the broader society, and every day AI is changing the lives of all of us. So whether it's how you purchase your goods for your home, or independent of who you use, the fact is you can get on your phone, select an item, and by tomorrow it's delivered to you. That consumer-grade experience is what everyone experiences every day, and so employees and managers come to work and expect the same, particularly when you're in a company that leverages AI and edge computing to do that for customers as well.
Yeah.
What a fantastic conversation around this elevating humans theme that we've been unpacking for the last couple of days. Right now, I want to turn our attention to one of our other key themes of the day, supercharging work. What moment or moments would you say, Rogerio, really stood out to you?
Gosh, there's been so much. And I think, Liz, the chat between Doug and Merlix Reynolds at Racetrack was phenomenal. I think that was amazing. And the moment where they discussed how Workday had triggered this amazing cultural shift really hit home with me, for sure. And if we could bring up a clip of that, I think it's worth a look again.
You talk passionately about empowering your team. And so how's Workday triggered a cultural shift within Racetrack? I guess you sort of touched on that in that you're getting your team something to engage in that they get excited about and get empowered about.
Yeah, I mean, the cultural shift has gone beyond my team, right? It's the organization. We've had a complete shift. So just to give you guys a little bit of color, and I won't mention products, but we had a product that was a green screen that was very number-based, and quite frankly, no one understood other than accountants. And that was kind of, people thought we produced a book that took us a whole month to do from a reporting perspective, and we would usher it around the building, lots of paper, it would be numbers and codes, and only we understood it, right? And so when we were able to go on Workday, we were able to shift the culture of people wanting to be in a solution, wanting to know the numbers, wanting to know the information, because we gave them a language that we could talk to in common. We made sure that the natural language of transactions and business that was happening in their space within the organization was the same language they were getting when they were looking at Workday and looking at our financials. So it made them want to know, want to get faster. So my team will tell you, everybody wants everything now.
Is the team out there?
They are. I don't know where they are, but they're here. Yes, Racetrack team. And they're online and they're watching, but it gave them the ability to truly get to our business, and the business want to know the numbers.
It's so inspiring to look at our Workday community and hear from customers like Racetrack and Johnson Controls. There's so much we can learn from each other, and so many important innovations happening around us every day. And speaking of the power of that community, the power of our partnerships as well. Can we talk about maybe the elephant in the room for a moment?
I assume that you're talking about the Salesforce and the AI partnership here, right?
Yes, exactly. Workday and Salesforce are collaborating in exciting new ways to bring AI-driven employee experiences unlike anything we've ever seen. And just moments ago, we saw that joint technology in action. Let's take a look.
Tell me, what are you hearing from customers around AI?
Look, the number one thing, for our customers that are here and at our show is they're tired of doing one thing, which is they realize they can't DIY their AI. That is, they can't do it themselves. There's been too much thrown at them. Buy a model, get a hyperscaler, buy a database, try to hook it all up together, build a security model with it, a sharing model with it, an application development environment, get the context, the data, the metadata. And what we're showing them and what we're doing, and we've built an agent factory here, Carl, which is why I wish you were here, really, because it's something that I've never seen in my entire career is going on. I just posted a video a few seconds ago on my Twitter feed of one of our customers here who is in the agent factory and built his first agent. And it's a very emotional experience. It's kind of like the first time you ever drive around in a Waymo here in San Francisco. You go, wow, a robot is driving me around the city. Well, that's exactly what is happening here in Dreamforce. We have thousands of customers who are building agents for their first time. Now, why that's important, Carl, is these customers are already Salesforce customers. They're already using our Sales Cloud, our Service Cloud, our Marketing Cloud, our Commerce Cloud. They are using things like Slack, like Tableau. All of that has now been rebuilt into our Salesforce platform and deeply integrated with our Data Cloud. But we've added on top of all that this Agentforce. It's all one platform, one unified platform, apps, data, agents. And a key part of that is that we are deeply integrating Workday as well. So we're federating our Data Cloud to Workday so you can bring your Workday data in, and you can build agents that are going to be able to do your bidding in Workday. That is going to be an incredible experience for clients. But just getting back to what this agent factory is right now is clients are having a real experience, and they are building and deploying agents. Right here, we had a customer yesterday, Saks Fifth Avenue, who came to Dreamforce. They've been a huge customer for a long time. They've automated their whole company with Salesforce. We all know the company, the retailer, all these great products. They have all these great stores. Well, here's the thing, Carl. Within an hour, they had agents running as part of their service, doing customer service, doing exchanges, doing returns, and fully autonomous agents using the very highest level, most accurate, low delusional AI. Benchmarked and baked off against all the other models, and we have higher accuracy, and we also have lower delusion. So it's very exciting. It's really the next level of artificial intelligence. Our industry is rapidly moving into this next level. This is the third wave. We've been through predictive. We have went through this Copilot thing very fast. It just didn't work. Now we're at this new level, agents, and I really believe this is where companies, with enterprises, the companies that we've been working with our whole careers, Carl, are going to get the most value from AI in this new world. I'm so excited. I couldn't be happier.
Just incredible. What an innovative collaboration.
Right?
Where to next, Rogerio?
I think that the world is our oyster, right?
Yes.
But right now, I'm being told that Carrie is live with two of our North American Customer Award winners in the keynote room for a post-keynote celebration. And I really hope that they include some champagne over there with you, Carrie.
Well, we don't have any champagne yet. We do have so many reasons to celebrate. I'm honored to be here with two of our North America Customer Award winners. We're here with Kyle Arnold, our Chief HR Services Officer from Bon Secours Mercy Health, and Luke Fairley, VP of Global Finance and Accounting from Vertex. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's start with you. Oops. Welcome and congratulations. Let's start with you, Kyle. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you feel about this award and what this means to you?
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. Such an honor. There's so many great customers here, and to be recognized amongst our peers, I think, is something special. We've been on this journey for years, so to receive this, right, it's what we needed to kind of close the loop, right? It's a full circle moment for us. I'm standing here with the award, but there are so many people before me and our teams that actually make this happen. So, this award is for them and all the hard work that they put in every day.
Oh, great. I'm sure that they're going to be very excited to see it. What about you, Luke? How are you feeling?
Incredibly excited, incredibly proud. Similar to what Kyle was just saying, this award represents just an incredible amount of effort and work that the entire Vertex team and our partners Accenture put in to really make this Workday program successful. And we really changed the way, we set out to change the way we work at Vertex to streamline our customer, our partner, and our employee experience. And I think this award kind of validates that we were successful in that journey. So super excited.
Oh, congratulations
Thank
again
you.
to you both.
Thanks.
Kyle, how can Mercy Health's success inspire other healthcare organizations, looking to change their workforce strategies?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways to change strategies, but, there's a few differentiating factors, right? What sets the best apart? Anybody can hire the right talent. They can hire the best leaders. Anybody can come up with innovative strategies. But if you don't have a solid piece of technology at the core of your operating model, at the core of everything, you will never maximize the potential of those strategies. So Workday is that for us, and it does keep us moving forever forward.
Oh, great to hear. Powerful platform. All right, Luke, your company won the Rapid Time to Value Award. What key takeaways can you share with other companies looking to modernize or transform their operations?
So I would say, leaders that are looking to take on this type of a transformation project, you have to recognize that there's going to be times during that project that your team's going to feel overwhelmed. But you just have to trust in that, if you put in the effort and the investment, that you're going to come to the other side and the results are going to be fantastic. We had really one goal in mind, is to get Vertex a platform to build for scale. And now we are ready to grow with our business demands, and that's really the Workday platform for us.
That's great news. I'm so happy for you both. These awards
Thank you.
are well deserved.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thanks for inspiring our winners for the future as we look for candidates for next year. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Carrie. We'll also have a special guest who is a big winner today, joining us here live in the studio in just a few moments. But first, we have an announcement that involves everyone's favorite nightly pastime, streaming new shows.
You know what? I spend as much time just scrolling and searching for new shows as I do watching them, actually. And I
Same.
think that 70% of my little TV time is just trying to find something to watch.
I thought that was just me, but I'm glad I'm not alone.
Right.
Well, good news. I can save you time on your next show search, Rogerio.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For the viewers out there who might not already be aware, Workday, in partnership with the Spring Hill Company, is creating a documentary from producers LeBron James and Maverick Carter. It goes through the lives of 6 young adults as they navigate a rigorous skills training program for a shot at an internship with a Fortune 500 company.
So, directed by award-winning filmmaker Josh Kahn, the documentary is called Untapped, Closing America's Opportunity Gap, and will feature an all-star cast of people like not me.
What?
First, right?
All right.
But seriously, Mark Cuban, the General Motors CEO, Mary Barra, Walmart CEO, Doug McMillan, and of course, our very own Anil Bhusri and Carl Eschenbach.
Amazing. Untapped is set to debut on Netflix here in the United States early this fall. Let's take a quick look at what you can expect from this documentary. Let's roll the video while we get ready for our next guests.
Welcome back to Workday Rising, live from Las Vegas. I am Josh Char. I lead our skills-based organization team for Workday. I am so excited to be joined by Chief Philanthropy Officer Carrie Verrocchi and star and fellow workmate Chastity Tabios. We are an hour away from the screening of Untapped, a documentary all about finding hidden potential. All right, Carrie, this film is going to be a blockbuster. Premieres next month on Netflix. Tell the viewers one big takeaway you want them to have.
Yeah, I would say that it's the recognition that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not, and that we all can play a role in kicking open the doors of opportunity for the untapped talent that surrounds us.
So we are also standing in a really important place. We are right in front of the Tear the Paper Ceiling art installation. It's beautiful. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is a physical manifestation of the barriers that job seekers without a 4-year degree face when they see BA required on all of the open job requisitions. It was created by the nonprofit organization Opportunity at Work in partnership with the Ad Council. It debuted at CES in 2023 and has been making the rounds, inspiring people to open up the doors of opportunity to those without a bachelor's degree ever since. We're really excited that it's here at Rising this year.
For viewers who aren't as familiar, Talk to us about skills-based hiring and why it brings enormous benefits to organizations.
Yeah, so skills-based hiring really is about opening up the funnel of your talent pool, assessing talent on the skills that they possess, the experience that they have, knowing that they can thrive in the role without using that degree as a proxy for skills.
Okay, Chastity, you are a star of stars. What is the one message you want to give to hiring managers out there?
Yeah, I really believe that we need to redefine what it means to be skilled and successful, because there are many folks like myself who come from a non-traditional background that are making great strides and meaningful impact in their companies. And I think Workday is taking a great approach because they're looking beyond the traditional qualifications and identifying high performers that are eager to contribute. And so I think that's a fantastic approach where we can really unlock another level of potential and diverse skill sets and perspectives.
Hiring managers, you heard it straight from the source. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. That looks absolutely brilliant, and we're so excited to announce that the official release date for Untapped will be the 16th of October on Netflix, so mark your calendars. If you'd like to share the Untapped trailer with your peers, friends, and family, go to untappedfilm.com right now. You can find the URL and the QR code on the screen here.
Okay, we're going to shift gears to another truly wonderful moment on stage. Please welcome Sherry Rhodes and our Lifetime Award recipient, Dave Smoley.
Dave, it's so wonderful to see you here with us today. A special treat for all of us. And congratulations on being recognized as this year's Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. I could not think of anybody more deserving than that, for sure.
Thank you.
And can you tell us what this award means to you?
Oh my goodness. Workday is such a special company to me over my career. From the first decision as an early customer with Workday through two other companies, Flextronics, then AstraZeneca, then Apple, Workday has been transformational in all the companies that I've worked at and has been a key part of my toolkit as a change leader. And of course, so much of that comes from not just great products, but the great team that's behind that, from the leaders top down throughout the whole company. So it's just been a great partnership and a fabulous journey. So very, very special.
You know there's a lot of love for you at Workday, right?
Oh my
I'm just going to register that there.
Loads, loads. Yes, and Sherry, we just witnessed Dave win his award just moments ago. Could you share your thoughts on the significance of this recognition and how it really does tie back to our core value of customer service?
Yeah. Well, I feel like, it's a privilege to meet Dave. I'm just going to say that, just given all that you've done with Workday. But it's more than success. I think it's an exceptional partnership that shows up, again and again and again, and just the value that you bring to Workday and, how we connect on an ongoing basis and what you've done. I just, it's that exceptional partnership and relationship for the lifetime.
And Dave, we met many years ago, right? And I followed your career throughout several different organizations that you went through, which has been, phenomenal to see. So can you share a little bit about, how you used Workday to drive change as you were moving throughout your career?
Absolutely. Well, it all started at a company called Flextronics, which was a large global manufacturer, contract manufacturer. And when we bought Workday as one of the early customers, I think Workday at the time had, 100 employees and hardly any revenue, but we took a chance on it. And it enabled us to roll up 79 different HR systems across 75 countries into one single common integrated system, which was unheard of at the time. You couldn't do that with the competitors. So we were able to drive a common culture across that large global footprint, both in terms of talent hiring, retention, promotion, compensation. And it was, the company viewed talent, as most companies, successful companies do, as their top asset. And it really enabled us to make a significant investment and impact on raising the level of our talent across the world, across the company.
That's amazing.
After that, AstraZeneca was much the same, and Apple enabled us. I mean, tech is a tough world for talent. So having any kind of competitive advantage and tool set to enable you to find those people and promote them and reward them properly is massive.
Yeah.
But it's been a journey, and the great thing about Workday is you're not just buying a product feature set, you're buying a relationship and a platform that's continually strengthening and enhancing. And now with AI, that's even more important, right? To be able to invest in people who get that future and are making those changes to the benefit of you as a customer.
That's awesome, and thank you for all the, I don't know, thousands of reference calls and,
Yeah.
sort of speaking events and what have you that you've done with us, Dave. So really gratefully appreciate it, but, you're not off the hook, okay?
No.
For the record, you're still going to be called,
Okay.
right?
Gladly.
No, just truly wonderful. And Sherry, you had that incredible honor of recognizing 5 organizations today who won our first ever North American Customer Awards. What's a quality you feel that all of these winners and really all of our nominees have in common?
Yeah, I'm so glad that we brought the awards program into the main stage.
Yeah.
So it's similar to Dave. It's just that exceptional partnership, but it's really embedded in the foundation of trust. And I would say that our customers, we rely on them to help tell our stories, to help advocate for Workday. So it's that true partnership that makes the difference. And these customers had some amazing transformation journeys, just like Dave. And it's, to help them along the way and continue to get value is something we both love. So.
And you're a former CIO yourself, right?
Yes.
So you know what you're talking about there. So that's
Sometimes.
great. Yeah. Hey, that's wonderful to hear, folks. And I want to thank you both so much for taking the time today to speak to our 17,000 digital viewers. Can you believe that?
That's amazing.
And to end this conversation on an even higher note, let's take a quick look back at our friend Dave here receiving this amazing achievement on stage earlier today.
Last year in San Francisco, at last year's Rising, we recognized Mark Newsom, VP of HR with McKee Foods and customer number 7, with our first ever Workday Lifetime Customer Achievement Award. This award not only recognizes individuals who demonstrated commitment to innovating and driving success with the Workday platform, but also people who played an integral role in driving the Workday community going forward. It's a small group of people. We're going to give this award once a year, and it's for people that really have had an impact on Workday. And from my perspective and my co-founder Dave's perspective, have become great friends of ours, both in work and outside of work. This year's winner is one of the most influential IT leaders our community has ever seen. 30 years of experience leading technology change and three-time Workday customer. First as CEO of Flextronics, he led the company's decision to bet on Workday in 2007 as our first global customer. At this moment in time, they had a company of 200,000 employees, and all we could demonstrate was a system that scaled to 5,000. But they still made a bet on Workday, and we worked with them to scale the system and add the global functionality that now is run by Flextronics in 35 countries. They were our first big global customer. They really put Workday on the map. Then again, as CIO at AstraZeneca, where he selected Workday in 2015. Again, large multinational in Europe, went in as CIO and transformed their HR function with Workday. And finally, at one of my favorite companies, a company that Dave and I wanted to get as a customer from day one, he went to Apple as VP of Software Engineering, and again chose Workday as their HR system. And Apple, I'm not sure if I was allowed to say, but Apple did go live recently. I mean, everybody knows that. Gives me a great honor to present Dave Smoley.
Thank you, and congratulations again to all of our winners. Joining us in the studio now is Matthew Brandt, our SVP of Global Partners, and Sophie Sharp, SVP of Global Industries and Value Management. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Now, Matt and Sophie, let's talk about the exciting ways that Workday partners are contributing to our innovation journey. How do you folks see partners innovating and creating value to enhance the overall Workday experience for our customers? I'll start with you first, Matt.
You know, first of all, thank you for having us. Our partners are amazing, and they solve really complex problems for our customers. They build products, they build solutions, and we're making it even easier for them with new programs like Built on Workday, which we just announced here this year.
That's great.
Yeah, and just building on what Matt said, we see with our customers' reach, their industry expertise, they're really able to work hand in hand with Workday to deliver a level of value for industry solutions that we think is transformational.
Awesome. And really, let's unpack that. So, Matt, starting with you, how is Built on Workday opening up opportunities and possibilities for partner applications on the Workday platform? Meaning, what opportunities does this really present for our partners?
Yeah, this is a huge opportunity, we believe, for our partners and for our customers, right? So first, we're providing access to 70 million Workday users.
Wow.
When we open up the platform to our partners. And so what we're asking our partners to do is build on our platform.
Yep.
And then what Workday does is we can distribute these capabilities that our partners build to all of our customers. So really, it's a build one, distribute many times using the power of Workday's go-to-market capabilities. We think this offers lots of new capabilities to solve lots of problems for our customers.
It sounds fascinating, this stuff, doesn't it? I mean, it's
wow,
great.
70 million. Yeah, still
Right?
wrapping my head around that.
Right? So, Sophie, moving on to you, my friend. So, I'm eager to hear your thoughts around industry accelerators, right? So, there's a lot of work that your team is doing on this, and I understand there's been 12 that's just been released. How is it that you folks choose which accelerators to build out of trillions of ideas, I'm sure, and how's the thought process behind that, and how do you work with the partners?
Absolutely. So we start first and foremost with our customers. Where do we believe there's value for the customer in this partnership? And then what I think of as sort of the recipe for a great industry accelerator is I'm looking for expertise from a partner who's implemented deeply in that industry before. I'm looking for durable IP that they've built out for that industry that we know can scale across many. And oftentimes we're looking at connectivity with other software vendors in the space. So you can bring that all together to really reflect kind of a jump start for customers into their industry footprint.
That's great. And out of these 12 that you folks just released now, is there any in particular that you want to sort of to flesh out?
I can't really choose favorites among my children.
Yeah,
it's not on TV.
I get that.
But what I will say is we have new partners joining us this year. So we have, in particular, 4 new partners who are focused on some of our more mid-sized customers, which is really exciting. We're expanding to new geographies. So we're looking at Australia, we're looking at Canada. I think we have some UK in the pipeline. We're touching new industries. So we launched one for retail hospitality, one for healthcare payer this year. And then most importantly, and I don't want this to get lost in the announcement, we're also seeing innovation on the accelerators that we announced before. I can't tell you which part of that I'm most excited about. I'm excited about all of it.
Right.
Amazing.
Well, that's amazing, isn't it? It's a lot of work there.
It's a lot of work. And you can really see that it's going to just be so much amazingness for our customers at the end of the day.
That's right.
So Matt, I would love, if that's all right, to shift gears for just a bit and ask specifically about AI partnerships. We're hearing a lot about AI today. We're, of course, integrating with leading AI platforms like Salesforce and Microsoft. How do these types of integrations deliver enhanced AI solutions for customers?
Yeah, well, first, how amazing was that session with Mark Benioff
Right?
and
So
with
cool.
Carl?
Totally.
You know, we think great partnerships are when you take amazing companies, you bring them together to solve problems for customers. Like, that's partnership 100%. At its best. We think that's what we have here, particularly with Salesforce. And what we're doing here in AI with agents, and in our case, powered by Workday Illuminate, will open up lots of opportunities to solve more problems for customers, make work more efficient. So we think the possibilities to make work more efficient and easier is endless for Workday customers.
That's awesome. There's so much to do, and the possibilities are endless, right? You know, we're seeing here today. So one last question before we let you off. As we look ahead with strategic focus on platform innovation, what are you most excited about? Sophie, I'll start with you.
I'm excited to get to see the impact our customers are going to have on their business with all of this innovation. You heard David Summers yesterday talking about 3x innovation. There's so much value there for our customers to unlock, and I'm looking forward to being hopefully at this desk next year talking with everybody about that.
That's great. Thank you, Matt.
I think this is an inflection point for Workday where when you have lots of demand for innovation from our customers and you have lots of talent among our partner ecosystem. And when you take those two things and put them together, what's exciting to me is what happens next. And I don't know what that's going to look like, but I think it will be amazing. So I can't wait to see what next year brings.
That's the exciting bit about it, right? Listen, thank you both so much for taking the time to join us. I'm sure that our 17,000 viewers digitally, they're very appreciative of your time. So that's great.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys. Good to see ya.
Absolutely. Thank you. And just a friendly reminder that there's even more partner content available on the upgraded, if you have upgraded the digital all access pass on rising.workday.com. You can check it out now or when we wrap here in about 90 seconds. This broadcast is about to end, but in many ways, the fun is just getting started. The digital all access pass ensures you won't miss a single story, opportunity, moment, or any inspiration coming your way.
I'm going to be miss being here with you over these last couple of days here, right?
Same as Sherry.
But the fun is not over because these pass holders can define the rest of the journey today with select live stream sessions along exclusive, fabulous, on-demand content. And Liz, I would really like to thank you for joining me here today. It's been an absolute blast having you here in the studio. So thank you.
Thank you, Rogerio, and it has been just an incredible day, and I'm so happy I could be a part of it with all of our viewers.
So make sure you're tuning in tomorrow as Carrie and Amir host their very own highlight show from this week, including some moments that you haven't seen yet. You absolutely will not want to miss it. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you all.
Yes, and cheers. Thanks for joining us. Let's all move forever forward and create a better tomorrow together.